If you know me, this number one pick would be an absolute no-brainer to anybody that's followed my channel up until this point. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Command and Console. My name is Jason. Today we're looking at my what I consider to me the best games in my GameCube collection. These games for me just mean loads to me. I played loads of them back in the day and I'm glad to have them in the collection now. I just think they're top tier for the GameCube. Probably some of the best ports that you could get as well in terms of third-party releases as well. So without further ado, let's get to the games. My first pick is going to be a golden cased release of Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. This game is absolutely just top tier, legendary Zelda game that I absolutely love. When it first came out, I knew a lot of people were a bit kind of like miffed when it concerns the kind of cel shaded art style, the more kind of cartoony art style, because they were kind of duped, because there was like a more kind of photo realistic looking Zelda game that was kind of shown off, and then we got this one which was more of a cartoony look. But I think the cartoon look just works perfectly for Zelda for me, and the gameplay mechanics and the style of the game has not changed since, like, you know, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. I think this is the next step in that kind of style of game, and this game is absolutely fantastic to play. You're going on all the waves on your boat and finding new areas to explore, and there's just loads of stuff in this game that will keep you playing until the end. It's so much fun. It's got an adorable art style. The soundtrack's amazing. And yeah, this particular release comes with a port of Ocarina of Time as well. So it's just a really cool version to get. If you can find a limited edition version with a bonus disc, it's the version to buy. But yeah, I just think it's one of the best games on the system. One of the best games in my collection for sure. Yeah, Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker is fucking quality. Next game, I was torn between these two awesome Aki Engine style wrestling games, fighting games that I absolutely love, but I settled for Def Jam Fight for New York. This game, even though I'm not into hip hop at all, just was a great story game, but the actual fighting mechanics are absolutely fantastic. It's brutal, it's snappy, it's super fun to get into, super arcadey. Anyone can get into this game and have an absolutely amazing time with it. I absolutely adored this game. I used to have it back in the day on the PS2. Today I have it on the GameCube because, funny enough, it's the cheapest way to get this game as well. So I had to pick this up for GameCube. I've got the original on GameCube. I was a bit flip-floppy. Do I like the original more or do this one? But I think Fight for New York just steps it up a little bit more than the original. Yeah, classic Aki Engine wrestling game. Again, we all love the Aki Engine for wrestling from back in the day, the N64 and stuff like that. So this game kind of gives me a bit of nostalgia for the old wrestling games. And yeah, it's just fantastic. The story is awesome as well. Yeah, I can't really put into words why I love it. I just feel like it's just got a great fighting engine, a great wrestling engine, and it just feels great. It's one of those games where EA just made things fun. You know, technically it's part of the EA big label, but it's not really officially put down as that. Maybe it's because it's an 18 and it's more kind of adult orientated, but this game is fantastic. That's Def Jam Fight for New York. Next game is a straight up fighting game, and it might be the best fighting game ever made, but this GameCube variant is pretty cool, all things considered. It is Soulcalibur II. I can't express how much I love this game. It's got so much content to delve into, weapon master mode, just the arcade mode in general, going through the story for each character to find all their endings, unlocking new characters. There is so much here that this is the peak when fighting games were in their prime, where the whole game was on the disc. There was nothing hidden away. I feel like nowadays fighting games are getting really greedy with, you know, character packs, microtransactions, all that kind of stuff. But this is back in the day when they actually had loads of value. To me anyway, there was loads of stuff in there. The game would last you ages. These days I don't really see much value in fighting games, unfortunately, because I feel like back in the mid to late 90s and the early 2000s, I think we peaked with fighting games and what they can deliver in terms of value prospect, and Soulcalibur II is probably one of the best in terms of how much content it gives you. And as you can see from the front cover, each version of Soulcalibur II had their own guest character. And of course, when it comes to a Nintendo console, we get Link from Legend of Zelda, who kind of fits in fairly perfectly with the aesthetic of this series. So yeah, it's an amazing fighting game. It's got tons of content, and you get to play as Link from The Legend of Zelda. What more can you ask for? It's bloody almost perfect, right? That's Soulcalibur II. Next game is from a series that I hold, you know, dear to my heart, near and dear to my heart, and it is that little blue hedgehog, and my pick is going to be Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. This is the GameCube port of the original Dreamcast version, and yeah, this game just fucking is still good now, still absolutely amazing. Might be my favourite 3D Sonic game ever. It's so good. The characters, introducing Shadow to the story. The levels are really fun. You get to play both the good guys and the bad guys in the story mode. So you've got like 2 campaigns. So fun, this game. So fun. And I plugged this into my Wii. When I played this on my Wii fairly recently, I've got my Wii hooked up to a HDMI converter. This game looks incredible, upscaled. It looks absolutely beautiful. It hasn't aged a day in my opinion. I think it looks fantastic for an early 2000s, early to mid 2000s platformer. It looks amazing. It plays so good, and when he jumps out of that helicopter at the beginning and you get a bass line of that first song, just all the nostalgia feels for me. All the nostalgia feels. I still remember the day where we got a Dreamcast and I went into game in my local game at Christmas time and I bought Sonic Adventure 2 on the Dreamcast. It just brings back memories for me. Sure, this is the GameCube port, but it still gives me the memories of those Dreamcast days when I had a Dreamcast. I love this game. One of the best games on the GameCube for me. I think it's a great port as well. That is Sonic Adventure Battle. If you know me, this #1 pick would be an absolute no-brainer to anybody that's followed my channel up until this point, and it is a pretty fairly obvious pick. One of my favourite games of all time, and one of the best horror games ever made. I'm talking about Resident Evil Remake. Yes, to me it will always be my favourite game for the GameCube. It's the reason why I had to get a GameCube back in the day. I had to play a remake of Resident Evil. You could say it's the game that started the remake craze before, you know, way before the day, yeah? It predicted remakes way before remakes became a thing. And yeah, still one of the best remakes ever. Still one of the most faithful remakes ever done. And I feel like it is the pinnacle of survival horror. Yeah, this game does everything you would want for a Resident Evil remake and then some. It recreates the mansion, adds new areas to explore, and yeah, it just makes it really fun. Adds new scary enemies like the Crimson Heads, who are absolutely terrifying. Make sure you burn the zombies when you kill them because they will come back scarier, faster, angrier, and they are horrifying. But yeah, this game is a tour de force in survival horror. It's one of the best games ever made in my opinion. I think it's absolutely perfection. It's a 10 out of 10 game to me. I love it. It will always be my favourite GameCube game, and in my collection right now, it's the best, right? It is the best. Absolute 10 out of 10. One of the best games from one of the best games series ever, in my opinion. That is the Resident Evil 1 remake. So that is it, guys. Those are my picks for the best games in my GameCube collection. As always, guys, let me know your thoughts on any of these games in the comments down below, because I feel like these are all absolute top tier bangers. I know some people don't like that word, but there we go, I said it. But yeah, these games are absolutely fantastic and I love them to pieces. As always, guys, let's continue to build a games collection.